We hope to be about $200 million this year across all of our brands here in the Midwest, Florida, and Colorado. Marketing is only going to be as successful as the operations, right? So if we're not helping the operations become better and investing in them and giving them more tools to become better, then the marketing team is going to be limited in its impact that it's going to be able to have. So I hope that can give a nice little bridge into kind of our relationship with Hatch and how we're using your software to be able to help grow our experiences here at Bone to Bright Roofing. I think a mistake a lot of companies will make is saying I need more leads, right? And I'm guilty of that, right? I want to be driving revenue every single day. I'm a big believer in let's get the call board locked up. Why don't we have more leads? That's clearly the problem. And a lot of times that's not necessarily the problem, right? You have enough leads. What are we doing with those leads? And ready means making sure we're taking care of every lead that comes through the channels so that we can make sure to give them the best experience possible so that they want to do business with us. It didn't start there. Before we got started, it was in the mid-20s to 30%. Then we brought it up about 90 days to about 50, I think it was 50.3%. And then we brought it up to 73.81%. That's just incredibly important because that means you're doing a better job serving the people that already want to do business with you. You don't have to go find new ones. Take care of the ones that want to do business with you already. I want our team to be so good that we're in the driveway before the next competitor calls them back. Our industry has this problem of, it's a form lead from the website. They want to do business with us. I'm sure they're not calling other contractors. I'll call them back in a couple of days. Well, that's bullshit. Like they are calling people, probably on average about 3 to 5 people. So I want to show them that I care more than everyone else. So I'm going to make sure that we're responding as quickly as possible. And that's where comes in the partnership that we have with Hatch. Bringing that in and being able to get an instant response out there, getting an instant email out there, making sure we're dialing them, just layering on those 3 forms of communication and really building that up. That's not always going to work if you're just doing one outreach, right? So I'm a big believer in cadences and making sure you at least have a 7-day cadence of outreach to people and making sure it's very deliberate in the conversation. I want people to know that we want to do business with them. It's not that, you're lucky to have us as a roofing contractor. No, we are obsessed and lucky to have you as a customer. So how do we take that to the next level of really showing that being text message or email? How do we make that really personal? Where they feel like they really do care. They texted me immediately, welcoming me to be part of their family, right? That we've gotten emails. They've been really deliberate about the cadence. When you look at the call center side of it, that's your first touch. Like they are one of the most important areas of the business because they are your first human interaction with the customer. I think we need to be very purposeful as marketers and as business leaders of connecting with people the way in which they want to be connected and making that as solid of an experience as possible. So reply time, you guys have that built in right in the Hatch on the reply time by agent. How quickly are we getting to people? How quickly are we responding to them, communicating with them? And it was done in this amount of time after that lead came into the system. And really being able to integrate that's incredibly important. I would say that, and then in the call center specifically, I'm a big fan of let's keep it simple. What's your answer rate? I want to see us at 99% answer rate at all times during our normal business hour. What matters is making 1% incremental improvements every day, right? Because we should just be competing with ourselves feverishly, right? We should just be obsessed with how do I improve my number, and there are tools within Hatch to be able to do that from the response rate perspective. The software is not going to solve this problem for you folks. I'm sure there are plenty of people that are like, if I pay the monthly fee, it's going to solve all of my problems. No, you got to invest in it. You've got to put team members that are specifically designed for this, right? We have an eLeads team that their primary responsibility is working in Hatch and taking care of those leads and building them up and convincing them that we're the best company for them, right? And getting one of our team members out there to be able to build that value add. So, you got to be deliberate. You got to invest in it. It doesn't just happen automatically by any means. You got to make sure you're taking care of the leads. Otherwise, you're going to burn through cash. Don't do that first. Let's make sure we're taking care of our leads. Let's get it up to a 73, 75% appointment set rate, and then as you're layering on more leads, it's going to get better and better. Your referrals are always going to be extremely warm. Then they're going to get a little cooler when you're talking about PPC, maybe a little bit warmer SEO if they're direct. But then it's going to be cooler as you start going to Angie leads. It's going to be cooler as you start going to more of these lead providers that are out there. So you've got to make sure you have your system set up and really well optimized in order to bring any of those in. Otherwise, you're not going to realize the real impact that those can have onto your business. This is the exciting part. As you figured that out and you have your system in place and you start looking at these other avenues where you can buy leads, then you can start bringing those on. And that's just new business, new incremental business that you're bringing into the top of the line. And if you've already covered your break even, how much of that money is going straight to your bottom line? So it just becomes a fun game from a finance perspective of, hey, let's put gas on the fire and try to bring in as much revenue as possible. I think that's really popular right now in home services, right? As the lead numbers overall have softened over the last 24 months, that's becoming more and more important, right? Your re-engagement of current customers and really making sure that we build that relationship side of it. Again, it's the long game of really creating those relationships, because Roof 1's great, but what's even better? Roof 2, Roof 3, Roof 4, when I don't have to pay for marketing leads for those additional roofs because they trust us. There are going to be people that are cheaper than us, and there are consumers that want that, and that's completely fine. But there are also consumers that do value more of the experiential side of it. They're wanting that the peace of mind and knowing that someone, if there was something that were to go wrong, that I'm partnered with a company that has the team and the breadth to be able to come in and take care of that quickly, not wait a couple days, a week, whatever, and just being able to serve them quickly. And we serve that clientele, right? We have a brand promise. Let's uphold that, and let's serve them and serve them well.